The conflict between Israel and Hezbollah has escalated. At least 274 people, including 21 children, have been killed and over 1,000 people have been wounded in Israeli attacks on Lebanon. This is what the country's health ministry has said. The death toll now includes at least 39 women and also 2 doctors. This has also sparked concerns over a full-scale war, even as Hezbollah has declared this a battle of reckoning with Israel. Residents of southern Lebanon also received phone alerts asking them to move away immediately from any post that is used by Hezbollah, while Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has said he has pledged to do whatever it takes to improve the country's security in the north. To help us understand the significance and the intensity of this attack, we have with us Dr. Waiel Awwad, who is a West Asia strategist, senior journalist and author. Thank you, Mr. Awwad, for speaking to NDTV. Help us understand, has the focus of Israel's war now shifted away from Gaza? And would you describe the situation in Lebanon as an all-out war? Because just a few days ago, we saw the pager detonations that also killed a number of Hezbollah persons.
Thank you, Fazadef. I think you have already answered your question. It's a wider war. And in fact, it was always Hezbollah and the Islamic resistance in Lebanon, which is the main target for Israel, because they know that the northern part of Israel cannot be safe unless and until they dismantle the power of Hezbollah, which is impossible to do so. So when Hezbollah took part in this war, in fact, it's only after the Israeli genocide started on Gaza and on the West Bank on the Palestinian, and they linked that attack on Israel as a supportive measure to the Hamas and the resistance forces in Palestine. And they have already said, if Israel stops this war on Hamas, we will stop this escalation. But having said that, I would say the Israelis took full advantage of this, and immediately they started targeting top leaders of Hezbollah. In fact, they have killed many of the top leaders of Hezbollah very recently. And then they went for the crime against the humanity by using the pager and the talkie-walkie, and they targeted the civilian and fighters from Hezbollah. All these developments have led to this escalation. And today attack that Israel knows every part of Lebanon. They scanned Lebanon for more than 50 years. They know every part. They attacked the church, they attacked a mosque, they attacked a prayer area. So they killed civilians. They did not kill Hezbollah fighter. They wanted to create fear among the southern part of Lebanon residents so they can move out, as much as the Israelis have left their home and fled from the northern part of Israel. So therefore, I think this escalation is going to widen. And already Israel attacked somebody in Beirut who's known Ali Kurki. He is also a top leader of Hezbollah. So I think we are heading for a more catastrophic war, worse than what happened in Gaza, it looks like.
Right. Also, Mr. Awwad, help us understand how difficult is it going to be for Israel, because we've seen in the last 1 year, it is also facing challenges of resource depletion and also the question of public support. And Hezbollah, like we all know, is known for its shape-shifting abilities. It's always seen as this force that can, continuously change forms. It can get into politics. It can transform into a military militia. So how difficult is it for Israel to actually get to Hezbollah guys completely?
Well, you see, Vasudeva, we have to understand that this attack on Hezbollah is not started of today. In fact, during the invasion of Lebanon 1982 by Ariel Sharon, Hezbollah came to existence, where Israel occupied the second capital of the Arab world, which was Lebanon. So Hezbollah came to existence and continued to fight Israel till date, because there is still occupied territories by Israel known as Shiba Farm, which is occupied and recognized by United Nations. That is an occupied territory. So Hezbollah is using this as a pretext to continue the war to liberate this part, and also now linked it to Palestine, which is part of the axis of resistance, which is extended from Iran to Iraq to Syria to Lebanon to Palestine, Hamas, even to Houthi and Ansarullah in Yemen. So all this axis is already active in the fighting against Israel, occupation, aggression, and expansion. And Netanyahu, in fact, he is continuing this war, the Prime Minister of Israel, knowingly that if he stopped the war on Gaza, where he failed totally till date, after almost a year of attacking, he is unable to finish Hamas. He killed more than 150,000 people and injured, and more than 10,000 people are missing. And yet total destruction of Gaza and more than 100% displacement of a 2.5 million people. It's already recognized by the UN agency. So he failed, And now he is expanding this war to Lebanon. So
Right.
if this war continue, that means Iran will step in, Syria will step in, Iraq will step in. Then there will be a catastrophe in the region. And I think that will have a great ramification on the global oil and trade and the global peace and security.
Right. Thank you, Mr. Awwad, for giving us those critical insights. The escalation of conflict between Hezbollah and Israel, that's what we discussed.